Welcome back to Pokemon X. We're going to be setting out from Santaloon shortly, but there's a couple of points of interest that I didn't get to address last time, so let's go take a little look-see.
Oh, it's Manco, apparently.
Yes, this is the boutique, and you can buy various hatwear and clotheswear, also bodywear for your trainer. Some of them are actually quite expensive, and we're flat fucking broke right now.
Some of them are quite terrible in design. Like, I would not fucking buy this at all. Give me, like, a normal hat. Like a big cowboy hat or a samurai helmet. That's my preferred kind of hat.
I mean, it's pixelated, there's no anti-aliasing on it. Wouldn't touch, really.
Now, it's actually kind of interesting how far in-depth the customization system can go. Because I've seen, like, some vastly different trainer images based on this customization, so it's nice to know that you have a lot of options.
Beware the fedora, for it spells doom.
Excuse me, I believe it's a trilby.
When you wear it, you gain the ability euphoric.
Just breaking into some random guy's house.
Hey, you want to trade Pokemon?
I have to pity this guy a little, because he's going to trade in his Farfetch'd, a Pokemon known for being a delicacy in some areas of the Pokemon world, for a fucking Bunnelby, which you can get in like 5 seconds. Come on.
Right outside the city in a patch of grass, I might add.
See, this would also be more impressive if you didn't just spend the last part trading for fucking Gibbles with the Wonder Trade.
Yeah, well, it's still a integral part of Pokemon, and also, people brought this up in the comments, you can get a Steelix later on.
Wow, really?
You know what it's called?
What's it called?
Thumper.
Really? That's where the Thumper thing came from?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Who the fuck calls a Steelix Thumper? That's got nothing to do with it.
Well, you know, I tried to call my Bunnelby Thumper, and the game wasn't having any of it, so...
I don't even know.
It's got Aerial Ace, though, which is pretty neat. Yes, I got these from Wonder Trade. We have Honedge here, Ghost and Steel, very nice typing. Froakie, because I didn't have a decent water type.
Why would someone give up their Froakie?
They would mass trade them, mate.
Wow, it's insane. See, that's the kind of cool stuff you could be surprised by in Wonder Trade. I think that's really neat.
Yeah, it came to me at the level you see there, level 11, which is pretty cool.
If you can't rename the Honedge, what were you gonna name it anyway?
If I ever caught a shiny, and shiny Honedges have, like, red blades, I was gonna call it Jack, which was your suggestion.
Yeah, Jack based on Jack the Ripper from Metal Gear Rising. Or, if you were more of a dork like I am, we would have just gone ahead and called it Anubis from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. See, I gotta worm in another one of those in there.
And now the game is broken.
Yeah, at this point, this is the tool that basically makes the game easy mode. You get experience for all your Pokemon. You can have fucking Froakie sitting on the couch eating chips at home, and he'll still get experience, even though he's not actually doing any work.
Well, he's changing the channel. He's raising his stamina bit by bit. This was actually in Generation 1. It wasn't a held item. Obviously, that didn't come about till, I believe, Gen 2, and it was called XP All there.
Yeah, but this one you don't need to hold it. It's just a key item. You can turn it on and off if you want. You know, play the game however you like. At least they give you that option. You know, I think that's a good compromise.
New place to search for Pokemon here. Flowers.
Oh, that's one of the new Fairy-type Pokemon, actually.
Yeah, Flabeb, I think it is. Beb or Babe. It's like French for baby, so it's flower baby, basically.
Flambe, that's what I call it.
The delicious Pokemon.
Now, apparently, I don't know the exact specifics, but I think this is actually the smallest Pokemon out there.
I think it might be tied with Joltik for the smallest, yeah.
Smallest, and even though it looks like a plant, it's a pure fairy type.
That and its evolution as well. Now what's cool about this is, like completely disregarding its shiny form, there's actually like different coloured flowers that you can find this Pokemon on. I believe like red, blue, white, the colours of the French flag, obviously.
Oh yeah, it really depends on where you find it, because again, it's not a plant type, it's just riding on that flower. Oh, you didn't even give it a snarky nickname?
Maybe later on, we'll find the nickname, Raider, and so on.
So I like how they decided to grow this root like a hedge maze, because when are you going to need a hedge maze? When will that come up in the gardening plan?
Let's see, we need to railroad our trainers.
So you got this guy running around back and forth. See, if the hedge was grown straight, he could actually go back to the fucking road.
I've been stuck here for years. Pokemon battle me.
I don't want to be here.
Amazing.
I got a battle today. Nobody even knows that it's my birthday.
I like Corpus. He's no Kingler or Krabby for that matter, but he's still brotastic.
He's not even like the new one. The one that evolves into like a shrimp with the biggest fucking claw in existence that could probably take your head off. It's that huge.
Yeah, we'll get to him later, don't worry.
Yeah, but Kingler's my preferred crab-type Pokemon to go with here.
No, I didn't expect it to use this move. It basically, like, lowers the power of electric attacks for, like, a certain number of turns, and then it, like, wears off.
Yeah, it splashes mud everywhere, and its manners severely go down.
So you know what, we'll just take this bubble to the face, and since I can't be asked to stall, I'm just going to do a little bit of a crossfade. There we go.
Cutting out the exciting battle that happened between Pikachu and Krabs.
Goodbye.
Having core fish tonight. I still don't like it. I knew this was gonna happen.
I'm gonna go home and eat plain ice cream. There is no joy left in my life.
Ooh, Combi, you gotta get that shit.
Hell yeah, man. Well, it's safe to say if a Pokemon appears on screen and it's wild, I'm most likely gonna catch it.
Because again, you know, because of the Wonder Trait, you need to call this guy Harvest. This would be perfect for that reference.
No.
Come on.
No, you've already, like, Bagseed one name. You'll get that one, don't worry.
What, Jack? The most generic fucking name you could think of that you would have named it anyway, maybe? Without the Metal Gear Rising reference?
No, we'll get to that Pokemon later on in the playthrough.
You need to stock up on Pokeballs, though.
I know, I'm like flat broke in this game right now, so it's imitating life.
You need to get Serena to help you out. Well, you could have gotten some free Pokeballs, but you had a playthrough you wanted to do.
I'm Helldragon. I point out logical fallacies.
Yeah, so take that.
I think at this point, Froakie's gonna, like, evolve and Honedge as well without me ever using them.
Well, you better use Honedge.
I'm waiting until it gets some better moves, in all honesty. Right now, I believe its most powerful move is either Tackle or, like, Fury Cutter.
So today's obvious reference is...
Yes, cheerio. You may actually see Vespiquen later on in the playthrough. I'm still mulling it over.
That would be cool. I like Vespiquen. I think it's a good design.
One of the few Gen 4 Pokemon that I like genuinely like.
So you want to battle while you're skating? Is this, like, gonna lead into some Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D shit?
I knew you were going there. I couldn't stop you. You ran out ahead of me.
Like that Dunsparce, I cannot be contained. Now that I think about it, kind of a rolling, kind of Pokemon battle would be good. Because I just want an excuse to say, Rolling Start!
It's not very effective.
It is, in fact, a little disappointing. The trainer was disgusted with you.
Diglett flew up high.
I remember that. Is that even possible? Like, you have to use a cheat device for that, right? I'm just double checking.
I would imagine so.
Because at one time I had a cheat device for Pokemon, and I swear to God, this actually happened. In Pokemon Silver, I taught my Tyranitar fly. I want you to imagine this sight of this graceful creature flying through the skies.
You certainly know how to spend your evenings, Helldragon.
Well, I was young, I didn't have much else to do without the internet. This was back in that weird time where you couldn't just waste time on YouTube like I do. Does anybody ever keep any, like, defensive moves? I mean, outside of competitive battling, where I know there's some that have some use. But, like, at the first moment, I'm like, get the fuck out, Tail Whip. I need something with damage.
Well, stuff that, like, minimally lowers your opponent's defense stats, like Tail Whip and so on, I just get rid of. Stuff like Metal Sound, which greatly reduces a stat, that's a move that Honedge has right now, actually, would definitely be preferable.
Also, stuff that, like, confuses or paralyzes the opponent, that's, like, more useful, I think, because then it denies them turns. And that's a really useful thing to have.
Makes wild Pokemon easier to catch as well, obviously.
That's true.
Okay, Badoo, I've had just about enough of your cutesy shit, so, fuck off.
Flame Charge! Holy shit!
Dead.
That preschooler was probably using Badoo like maracas anyway. Just grab its top and shake it around.
Your Pokemon League dream is dead. Go home.
But I have school today! Go home!
Go home before I do the same to your plush doll. Oh, see ya.
Blinded by the light.
Don't walk into the line, not just yet anyway, that'd be rude.
Now, he asks about Flambe. I don't know how to say his stupid name, I'm calling it Flambe. Do you actually have to catch one before he lets you in here?
I don't know. Honestly, this is my first run playing through the game, so if I do things wrong, like changing clothes, that's the reason why. I have the Kalos region guidebook, but it doesn't, like, really go into specifics sometimes.
Wasn't that book, like, kind of underwhelming, actually? Like, they didn't pack it with as much details as you actually needed?
Yes, actually. There's, like, no Pokédex, for example.
Oh, that is a problem, yeah.
I just want to point out that guy's name was Dexio.
Dexio? What kind of name is... that sounds like a calculator!
Hello, I am Dexio. I am, in fact, the humanized version of the Pokédex. Not really feeling the whole gate music for this game. I think Gen 5 still takes the cake in that regard. This is a good move. The higher your friendship stat with your Pokemon, the more powerful this move is. And, on the other hand, the more hated you are in regards to your Pokemon, frustration will do that much more damage.
The best way to raise friendship I've found is to take your Pokemon out to Chick-fil-A. They love that shit.
Welcome to Lumio City. It's a big-ass place, but the biggest point of interest we need to address before we even get to the Professor himself is the fact that this city contained a game-breaking glitch until recently.
Yeah, they sent that patch out not too long ago, but when the game shipped, it had a glitch where if you saved at certain spots in this city, it would completely fuck your save, and you'd have to redo. So hopefully nobody is running into that problem anymore, because that's honestly kind of awful.
They should automatically download that for you when you start up the game. I can't believe you have to go to the eShop and download it manually.
Yeah, you can't even buy anything at the eShop until you get that update. I mean, what if I want my copy of Kirby Star Stacker? Come on.
Exactly, but now you can save whatever you want. Inside a building, outside a building, up a tree.
Get out of that tree! No, man, I'm saving my game!
What we're saying here, kids, is be a rebel. Be a Hellfire comrade and save wherever.
Don't associate us with the rebels and they'll track us down. That's not a good idea.
Dude, the 3D in this place is kind of blowing my mind.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that, like, when you enter this city, the fact you jump to the third dimension kind of just punches you in the face, like at 200 miles an hour.
This is like how I imagine a Pokemon MMO would actually look back in the old days of, like, I don't know, Gold and Silver. I think Red and Blue would be a bit too early in that regard.
Yeah, back when we were all still chugging on our 56K modems. Wow, that's really Layton-esque, his theme, don't you think?
Maybe this is like the secret 7th Layton game.
You know, I could get behind that, actually. I mean, he's crossing over with Phoenix, right? You might as well have him do it with fucking Pokemon. You know, might as well.
Yeah, it's like the puzzles are simply just what beats water. Electric, boom, 100 Pickerats.
Well, that's just, you know, you don't have any confidence in me. That's not really reassuring.
This reminds me of a Pokémon.
I like that Audino on the wall that's just staring at you. Hey man, what are you doing?
I'm seeing a bunch of different Pokemon around here, actually. Like, there's a Snivy and its evolution there.
Yeah, Snivy, he's got a good taste at least.
If you squint, I think you can see a Tepig there.
See, I like how he was gonna give the Pokemon to the son of a veteran trainer, but instead, because some Rhyhorn racer moved into town, now her kid gets up on the list. That's kind of lame.
Spoilers, he wants to bang the protagonist's mum.
Fuck, no! You are fucking with me, my good man.
Well, he is French and very amorous, you know.
Yes, he likes Jerry Lewis and he's stuck with this outrageous accent. Ho ho ho! Ho ho ho!
Yeah, we never go into maximum over French, okay? Okay, I'd just like to point something out. Professor Sycamore, a guy you battle like once, more important than a gym leader.
That's pretty lame, Viola. It's not fantastic.
Slight spoilers here, but the enemy team you encounter in this game, and we'll see them soon enough, they have like full 3D models, at least the admins do, but a gym leader doesn't.
Wow, that's kind of messed up, yeah.
Yeah, priorities much?
Here's a Bulbasaur, and it's going down.
Apparently we transported into the Matrix to do this fight.
Well, Speed got online while you were recording this. I just saw it go by. You know, I'm so glad that he's using dangerous fire attacks inside a closed-off building. You can trip the fucking smoke alarm at this rate.
Knowing this world, the smoke alarm would probably turn out to be a Pokemon as well.
You know what? Probably. That's not even a joke. That is an inevitability at this point.
Like poison and fire or something.
That would fit so well, actually, now that I think about it.
Okay, Sparky, you've been hitting them bags, it's time to put those skills to use.
Yes, the Pokemon designed to use electric attacks has been punching a lot, just in case he needs to do that. Maybe he'll become the firefighting Pokemon.
And this Squirtle's got some serious defense power, so you know what, let's just buff that up even more.
Yeah, I don't really get how he sort of pulled out his own little shell and then just jumped into it for withdrawal. Where does he get that from?
Ah yes, more elements for me to conduct.
Yeah, good idea, dude. Yes, this Squirtle, he clearly went all out here. Bugsy, you didn't fucking do nothing. You're sitting there in your Chinese finger trap, eating chips with Froakie. You're not supposed to be getting experience.
Hey, I'm watching the Discovery Channel, okay? I'm learning things here.
I'm learning about the kind of beautiful creature I'm gonna become, man. This is a journey of discovery.
He's like fucking Heimlich from A Bug's Life.
Maybe.
Okay, introducing Froakie. He is the water starter of this game, as you would know if you own the game yourself or have just been watching this playthrough in general. And it's time to die, Charmander.
Ah, well, that was pretty fast. But, yeah, I was looking at his final Evo. It looks pretty nice, I gotta say. I really wasn't expecting much from Froakie, but the final Evo looks pretty cool.
He's pretty boss if you watch the anime as well. Okay, that looked more like a bite. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Yeah, you know, you don't you don't like headbutt with your foot.
It was a wrench, but Charmander is down.
Okay, see, Pyrox actually did work, so I don't mind him getting, like, experience points.
Oh, Sacre Bleu, I have lost!
So we're just gonna roll with that, huh? You know, just pick whatever French stereotypes you got. They like Jerry Lewis, snails, go with it!
Oh, here we go.
Oh god, not this again!
It's all inside the light ball, it's swirling around.
Oh, big bang attack! Here we go.
Say hello to Pokemon 666.
Oh. I was actually kind of expecting the pink and white, actually.
Now, cool thing about Vivillon, depending on which geographical location you play the game in, you will basically get a different coloured Pokemon.
Yeah, I think there's like 18 different varieties of Vivillon out there. People have been trading them back and forth on Wonder Trade. That's a good way to see if you can find some of those.
Now, I know it's not pronounced Vivillon, but it just rolls off the tongue more than Vivillon. Now, this is a pretty cool aspect. Might make you a little bit overpowered, having 2 starters in your team, but whatever. You get to choose between Bulbasaur, Squirtle, or Charmander, and obviously this is Hellfire comms, not water drop comms, so we're gonna go with the fire lizard overall.
Yeah, we're gonna go with the one that's worth a damn at this point. I mean, I would pick Charmander, and then I'd get like a different, starter instead, personally, but you just want to burn everything to the ground, alright?
Now, I'm not sure if this change came about in earlier generations, but if someone wanted to give you a Pokemon and your team was full, they'd be like, huff, puff, here, come back later and then maybe I'll give it to you.
I'm just imagining him going, puh, in your face.
Like that fucker in Gen 2 who gives you a Tyrogue, and he's all the way in the back of the cave. I went there with a full team and he's like, maybe later.
I know, I hate that too. I'm so glad they finally got rid of that stupid thing, because that was a pain in the ass.
Delta 2, my original Charmander, well, maybe not my original one, but when I decided to, start nicknaming stuff, Delta was actually my Charizard.
Now, he also gave you the Mega Stone to Mega Evolve, your Charmander, your Charizard to its Mega Charizard form, and since this is Pokemon X, Mega Charizard has a different form in Pokemon X than in Pokemon Y, so we'll get to see that later on.
Well, if I decide to use Charmander, anyway.
Well, you're gonna fucking use it, because I know you.
You do.
So, I guess does Shauna and, Serena get the other 2, and Tierno and Trevor get fucking Jack, because they were late?
They ain't getting my Honedge, what are you talking about?
Man, fuck you!
Professor Sycamore strikes me as, a very lackadaisical kind of professor type.
Yeah, he kind of seems like the guy who would go a week without shaving and then try to blow it off as part of his charm, but we really know the score.
He wakes up at noon, goes out, grabs a latte, comes in, does maybe a thesis or 2 and hits the hay.
That is fucking Sycamore right there. He just wouldn't give that much of a fuck.
They kind of hammer home the whole Mega Evolution thing, but we won't actually get to experience it proper for I'd say maybe 5 to 6 parts or so, playthrough-wise.
Oh wow, really? We're just sitting around with that cool Mega Evolution Stone? We don't get to use it right away?
Yep, don't worry, we'll gain control over it soon enough.
I'm sorry.
Is there something you want to say, Helldragon?
I guess I could say your head is of interesting shape.
Hey man, who let the lion in the room? Wonderful, just wonderful.
I guess it's better than fantastic.
Now, I don't know about you, but Lysander here, or Lysander, or however you pronounce his friggin' name, strikes me as a stand-up guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's legit and definitely doesn't have anything in the works that would jeopardize Pokemon and people everywhere, because that would be frighteningly specific, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would, you FAQ reading piece of shit. I must go now, my pride needs me.
You're not gonna like it. Just throw that out there. Why can't you be a Pokemon desk assistant? That would be a great job, wouldn't it?
Just keep tapping A to fill in forms.
Form. Yeah, stay out of it, Tierno. You are 3rd or 4th tier friend at best.
Even Trevor's above you at this point.
But to be fair, you are above Shauna, which is admittedly pretty easy. I had a pet rock once that I think does the job a bit better.
Well, that pet rock can Mega Evolve, so tier 1 easily.
That's true. They should make a Mega Golem. I'd be all over that shit.
Just have it be a mountain. It's literally just a mountain doing rollout. Now, there is plenty to see in Lumio City, but we've run this part on enough, as is, along with our mouths. So we'll see you all next time for another installment of Pokemon X, where we take a little gander around the city. See you all next time.
See you then.